Boom, we are back again, baby, and it's been 9 days since the last upload, so I thought I'd come on here and update the past 9 days. Don't exactly know where this video is gonna go. I have no script. I typically don't have scripts anyway. I just go off the top of my head, which is why the videos are usually all over the place. But a good week. Finishing off last week, so I think the video was posted maybe over the weekend last week, after the first week of our client work. Obviously second week then last week, and now it's Monday, pushing into our third week of client work. Things are starting to pick up, processes are starting to come into play now. We haven't seen results yet for our clients, but that's something that's going to take a little bit more time. But eventually it will come in, and hopefully the snowball effect is crazy with this one. Seeing a lot of growth in myself as of lately. Just hopped off just before filming this, actually. I just hopped off a client meeting, a potential client meeting, as a discovery call actually, and it was the first one that I have taken where it is just me. Now, I've taken calls where it's been just me before, but not something like this. So whereas with clients, obviously I have to hop on calls when it's just me. It can't just be me and cornering all of them, otherwise work wouldn't get done. So typically them calls is just singular, whereas with this one it was the first discovery call, where I've had to take it on my own, and a little bit of nerves going in, I can't lie. It was quite funny. I was rushing about with about 4 minutes to hop on the call, running downstairs to grab a piece of paper or whatever just to write my notes on, and then also grab myself a glass of water just in case my throat went dry in the call, which it did. So good thing I got that water. I've obviously learnt from my previous calls to have a glass of water with me. But yeah, the call went good. Was one of the challenging discovery calls that I've had and have held. It was slow to start off with. I was sort of finding my feet, I think. But as soon as you join that call, all your nerves sort of disappear, which is really good. Allows me to have a nice and focused up brain. I mean, when you're on that call and it's just you there's no one else there to sort of take over from you if you mess up, which it puts a little bit of pressure on, don't get me wrong, but you have to face it no matter what. And yeah, your mind just sort of all of a sudden just unclears, which I don't really know the science behind, but I feel like it's like a survival instinct, because you're on this call and you don't want to be, I say made fun of. Obviously you're not going to get made fun of, but you know, you don't want it to be a bad call. And yeah, the call went good. Like I mentioned, it was slow to start off with, but then picked up. Managed to get the potential client then out of his sort of like, he was one word answers, wasn't very talkative. Managed to prod away then at his shell, and managed to get him speaking about his company and finding out a little bit more about his company than I originally thought I was going to find out, which was good. The call was supposed to be 30 minutes, ended up going over just a little bit, but nothing crazy. Client sales a really cool tool, something similar to another client of ours, which is perfect because we already know then the market, what they're actually doing, what they provide and what they offer, so we can sort of prepare ahead a little bit. So we're going to book in a actual sales sort of meeting. I wouldn't necessarily call it a sales meeting because we're going with commission base on this next one, but it's essentially a sales meeting. We find out from this next call then if this client wants to come on board with our agency. which I feel like he will, because I sort of gave him a no-brainer offer towards the end of it. And he was the one that came to us, or no, wasn't the one that came to us, but he was the one that came to us with the idea of being a percentage split, a commission base. He can't provide anything up front, and it was only on commissions, which that's what pretty much our work is at the moment. We're trying to get out of that. We're trying to do retainer-based stuff, but obviously any work that we can take right now, we're going to take, especially in the early days of the agency. So that is exciting. So hopefully I get that call booked then, coming into probably Wednesday. So it's Monday as we record this. We probably spend a bit of time now going over the pitch to him today and tomorrow, ready for then that call then Wednesday. He's based out in Austin, Texas. Big company, good sized company. Just looking to market a tool a little bit further, a new tool that they've created. And yeah, like I mentioned, similar to a client that we already have. So we already sort of know this space, so it's perfect for us. We know what we can do. And yeah, he sounded like he understood what we did. We solved the problem that he was facing. What we are finding is a lot of companies have had marketing companies come into their business and have sort of messed things up and left a bad taste on their tongue, and that's why then that they're more inclined to have a partnership deal as opposed to paying a retainer. This is all learning lessons learned and everything like that. So it's ideal for us to be able to find out and see these indicators very early on, and sort of to change the way we approach potential clients in the future. So we've noticed that now with two of our clients. So we're happy with the progress that's being made. I'm specifically happy with how I'm going, and how we're sort of like pushing ourselves in this side of it. It's it's quite challenging. I will say it's not the easiest of things, but as long as you just take a step back once in a while and just have a look how far you've come, it actually makes it all worth it. And you benefit a lot in everyday life as well, which is really good. Doing this business stuff, you stress about massive things, but then you go back to business life, regular life, and there's no need to stress about it because it's nothing on anything like you've done. So every time, and I'm noticing this every single time I push myself, is I'll stress about the new thing for a day or two, go into the call, everything's fine, and then afterwards then anything that's not that, or not the most stressful thing, is a little bit easier to handle. So yeah, it sort of comes with its advantages and perks, I suppose, doing and pushing yourself as much as you can. Yes, it's stressful to start off with, but you sort of reap the rewards afterwards. It's a bit of a weird one because I didn't expect for it to be like this. I had no idea this is how it worked. So yeah, great. So I thought I'd just make this video, update you guys. I've just rambled on, I know, but this isn't for anyone in particular. This is just for myself to look back on, a sort of like a time capsule moment for me, to look back on in the future then and see, well, I'm sat here right now in a fucking closet, and hopefully everything pans out the way nature intends. And yeah, it's a little bit messy right now, but that's why we make these videos. We feel like something's on the horizon, me and Connor. We feel like something big is on the horizon. So we just want to document this just in case it does potentially blow up, and just see where we came from, essentially. And we've been doing it 2 years, only been documenting it about 6 months. So it's satisfying to watch the progress in video form. That said, obviously, entrepreneurship is a lonely chapter in many people's lives. The people that actually take the jump and take the leap to get into it know it from experience. So me and Connor actually created a Discord group that essentially is built for that. So people can come in, spread ideas, communicate with us, hop in calls, ask questions. Because we've been through it for 2.5 years or 2 years now. So if there's anything that we can help anyone on, and not even, it doesn't have to be help, it can be anything to do with just like accountability, holding yourself accountable. If you want to put someone else then that's checking up on you to make sure that you're doing the thing, is perfect for that as well. I mean, I've been lucky to have Connor on this journey, so he's held me accountable and I've held him accountable, and that's been a really good thing, because the days that you don't feel like doing it but you do it anyway are usually the days that lead you closer to your end goal result. So it definitely helps. So that Discord group will be in the description, and then also Connor's channel will be down there as well, because he posts similar stuff to me on there. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Again, like nothing much really to update you on, just stuff's moving in the right direction, and just wanted to update you guys because it's been 9 days. So perfect, there we go. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.